It's something that I just feel in my bones. I probably should have lived 150 years ago.
It began as a trickle, but by the 1850s became a stampede.
For me, it goes a long way back. My family came across the prairie in 1856. I've got that documented in my family Bible.
Over the Sierra Nevada, they chase a dream and the gold.
Adam Hamilton came out here from Ohio in 1860. He wasn't making any money mining, so he decided to make whiskey. And he made a lot more money selling whiskey. And he went down onto the flat. Now, everybody knows it as Lake Isabella, but before it was a lake, it was flat. And he built his saloon out there, and he sold his whiskey. He set up shop out there. The women came on down. They could spend time with their men. And they basically came to him and they said, Adam, we need a place to worship. So Adam, being the entrepreneur that he is, he just belted out, welcome to Redemption Saloon. So every Sunday, the ladies came in there, they swept his floors, they washed his dishes, they set up the tables, and they had church. At noon, they had to vacate the building because 12 o'clock was drinking time. That's when all the miners came in.
35,000 miners up here. These mountains are honeycombed with mines everywhere.
So a town was born, but that name, Whiskey Flat, had to go.
The women said, Adam, we don't like our town being named after that devil rum. And he didn't care too much for Whiskey Flat anyway. So they named it after the surveyor that came over with Walker. Now Walker, you've heard of Walker's Pass, okay, so he had a surveyor, and his last name was Kern. So the town got named Kernville.
As the years passed, Hollywood fell in love with Old Kernville. John Wayne, Gene Autry, Roy Rogers all made movies up here. It was the golden age of the Westerns. But those days are gone. The old town underwater now. A new Kernville built in the hills. But they don't forget their past. Each February, the town holds a parade, a rodeo, and the encampment. The reenactors, cowboys, blacksmiths, Buffalo Bill, Chuck Wagon Cooks, the Indian Village, and the music fill the canyon with sounds of the past.
Whiskey Flat Days started back in 1957 by the townsfolk. The Indian encampment, the miner encampment, the cowboy encampment representing old Whiskey Flat.
Out here, everyone is obsessed with history.
It's everything authentic, not just Hollywood style.
We get into it. They really like what's going on. They like the stories, They like to see the reenactments and the authenticity of the whole thing.
So we take on that first-person persona. Our visitors get involved in learning about history from people that actually lived in this area 150 years ago. So he kind of goes like this, right?
Yeah, got that little sneer going on.
They saw him to look under my hat and go, anybody ever tell you look like Robert Duvall?
And then there's Gus Curry, a dead ringer for Duvall.
I can Robert Duvall you to death. We got the same mannerisms and everything. And it started when Lonesome Dove came out again. And I was sitting in front of the Bell Union Saloon at a cowboy festival, and everybody's walking by pointing, and I thought maybe, geez, something's wrong with it. I left my fly open or something,
You are transported back to Lonesome Dove. Gus has done a lot of work in Hollywood, even a film with Duvall himself.
On the set, they were saying, are you guys twins? And then I must look. This is before he came on the set. His wife gave me a double take. I couldn't get off the lot without people taking pictures. They thought I was Robert Duvall. And when I walk on the soundstage, I'm one of the dead ringers.
Well, I ain't gonna work on the railroad. Ain't gonna work on the farm. Gonna lay around the shack till that milk train come back and roll in my sweet baby's arms. Roll in my sweet baby's arms. Roll in my sweet baby's arms. Lay around the shack till the milk train come back and roll in my sweet baby's arms.
The music, the dancing. It goes on all day, and folks get a close-up look at the old ways. Civil War troops returned from battle. The cook, the saloon, the undertaker, and the blacksmith all take us back to the 1860s. At the Indian encampment, storytelling, a look inside authentic teepees, and a lesson on the traditions of the drums. Because out here, it's all about the history.
I love history. That's what got me involved in Old West reenacting to start with. And what I love about it is the opportunity to have children come into this camp. Their eyes open up wide and they cannot believe what's taking place down here because they've never seen it.
I've almost reached my heavenly home. My spirit loudly sings. The holy ones, behold they come. I hear the noise of wings. Oh, come, angel band.
On the banks of the Kern River, they are saving history, showing the next generation the old days.
So right